Well, it's time to sort through all this and see what we have to get our seedlings started. Hey folks, welcome back to the Rockin' Sea Homestead. My name is Lance. I want to welcome you to our channel, and as you can see, we're in the midst of getting started for our garden season 2022. We have a lot of stuff we had stored on our garden rack where we start our seedlings, and we just put stuff there all season long last year. And now it's time to kind of go through it, figure out what we have, and see if we need anything to get our little seedlings started, which is going to happen very, very soon. Well, now since we got everything kind of cleaned up and kind of separated out so we can kind of see what we have, let's kind of go over our setup here that we use for our seedlings. This is something that we've worked on over the last 2 or 3 years. Last year it worked really, really well. We had more seedlings and plants that we knew what to do with. We were giving them away, selling them, whatever we could do. So it really worked well for us last year, especially compared to the year before where it didn't work very well. So this is just a baker's rack, or that's what we call it. It's a metal storage rack. You can get it at a big box store or Amazon or whatever. And this is a 48-inch one by I think 6.5 feet, something like that. And really we're only going to use probably these 2 shelves at first. We may need a third one at some point. But we just have LED lights that are just strapped, zip tied underneath these. And we do actually have a video that shows us putting this together. We'll link it up on the video here, but just LED lights, and I'll kind of turn them on here just so you can kind of see them. Super bright. And we have 3 of them. Now, if I think it's too bright, I can turn each one of them off individually. And then we just have these are just little plastic mats so things don't fall through. But the big thing that we like to do when it comes to starting our seedlings is we have heat mats. And these are big old heat mats that will go across the entire width of the shelf. And we do have some smaller ones that we've used in the past that just fit underneath like a 2x4 or 1x4 little tray for your seedlings. All right, so now since we talked about the structure that we're going to use, let's talk about some of the other items that we're going to use, like the trays and the cups or the little pots or whatever you want to call them, to actually start the seedlings with. So over the years, we've learned some things. The first thing that we learned is if you get some of these trays that are like this, they're really wobbly. So as the plants grow and they get heavier and heavier, maneuvering these is a struggle. So we have migrated away from these and went to a smaller, more rigid, and these things are awesome. We just got them from Amazon, and with that we've went through many different types of containers to start seedlings in. I think our first year we used ones like this, and we just felt like these were just too small. I mean, they're nice hard plastic, reuse them, wash them, whatever you need to do. For us, they were just too small. Maybe for you they may work. You know, we've done solo cups. These work okay. Last year we used a lot of our styrofoam. These are actually for one of our bell pepper or carnival blend. Just put little holes. The one thing we found out, we didn't like these very much because once you start putting them in here, they were very top heavy. And so we kept on dealing with them falling over. The solo cups are a little better for that. So what we decided to do this year is go back to these little, I think they're 3-inch cups, something like that. And we just have a whole bunch of them. We're just going to use. These are really soft. You can reuse them, and they're easy to get the plants out when you're ready to transplant. Now, there are some that are kind of more decorative. You can get them different colors. This is a white one, so if you want to have some fun with your kids or whomever, if you're artistic in any fashion, you can kind of get some colored pens and start doing this. This is a project we did with one of my wife's Girl Scout troops. They came over and planted some spearmint and other herbs, and they kind of did this kind of stuff. So these work. you just put the, and we'll go over this in another video, but once we get all the seeds in here, we'll put them in here and be good to go. All right, so I did want to mention one last thing here. You know, once you get your seedlings started, and like I said, we're going to go through that on a video all by itself, but just a couple other things I think you want to kind of think about or have on hand is we have different watering devices. So just a regular, you know, squirt bottle with adjustable nozzles, so when you can kind of see how much water you want to put in there or how gentle you want to spray them, you know, that's really helpful. We use a little pump sprayer for most of it, so I can just pump and just press down the nozzle and just go. It's a little bit easier, a little bit less stressful on the hands. And we are going to throw in a plant extract. It's a wetting agent, and we'll talk more about this as we get into the seedling portions, but it really helps with getting the water dispersed throughout the entire pot, and it just helps with making sure that the water absorbs and your seedlings can grow and have healthy roots and all those kind of things. So that's going to help us out. It's a new product we're using this year, but this is really the setup that we're going to go with on planting our seedlings, and we're just excited for you guys to be here and coming along with us on this journey. Garden season 2022 is going to be fantastic. We have some great things planned. We've got some great vegetables and some fruits that we're going to start growing, and some flowers. So if you're into the flowers, stay with us. And again, guys, thanks for coming back, watching our videos. We really do appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed to us, make sure you click that subscribe button, ring the bell so you don't miss another video going forward. And of course, from our homestead to yours, have a blessed day, and we'll catch you on the next video. Bye.